welcome back. I'm here with Perseus, and he's going to give us a little bit more of an insight as to how he's feeling from the time he was diagnosed and now, and what he thinks of the future, and especially Mom isn't around. So we can talk a little more. But I have a feeling, I mean, you and your mom seem to have a very close relationship, and I feel that you practically tell her as much as
she should know.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a very close relationship. Very close relationship. She's my backbone. I don't know what I'll do without her.
Have you ever thought that if this hadn't happened to you, do you think that your life would have been totally different?
It would have, but I'm also thankful that it did.
Why?
Reason, growing up, like I said, I was a diabetic from the age of 7, and age 16, 17, you know, you believe you're a big man now, you know, you don't want to follow mommy's rules. This is where everything went bad. I stopped following my diet, started partying, you know, started going to parties, drinking, doing the stuff that I was not supposed to do. And I did that for probably roughly like 5 years, and then I fell sick. So if I didn't fall sick, I'll probably continue on that trend. So that's why I could say I'm grateful it happened, because it was like a waking up call for me. It's like, hey, but you have a serious condition you're living with, and you need to take care of yourself. Because for the last 5 years, I wasn't doing that. Because I felt perfectly fine. I was healthy. I was like, why the doctor said I can't have a bear, and then I'll go out and have one bear, and the next day I wake up and I'm quite fine. So I was like, okay, so hey, I could enjoy life, you know. And then
I bet your mom was really getting upset in those days,
I'm
right?
sorry, Mom. I think this is my public apology to her. I mean, I can't blame anyone but myself. You know, if, like I would say, especially to the young diabetics, I speak to them on a regular basis now. Like, there's information out there. Like, me growing up a diabetic 24 years ago, there wasn't all this information readily available. So I didn't really do the research saying, hey, you know, this is what could happen. It's only when I fell sick, I started reading up on my condition and educating myself about this, and then I was like, wow, there's a lot of complications. I mean, talking about amputations, you could loss of vision, kidney failure. I was like, wow, if I had all that information before, I surely would have taken care of myself, you know.
You mentioned your mom a lot, but what about your dad?
Oh, my dad, he's my supportive as well. I mean, me falling sick has brought my entire family together. And then I go to the saying that things happen for a reason, right? Growing up, I mean, my mom was a nurse, so she was always at work. My dad was a hotel manager, food and beverage manager. He was never around. So it was basically me growing up with my friends. My brother was at school in Miami. So I grew up with my friends. And after me falling sick, this entire family came together. Everybody just came around. And I guess it was a good thing.
But has your illness prevented you from doing things? Like, for example, your relationship with the ladies. Has it prevented you from doing the things you'd like to do, or the ladies thinking, oh, you're fragile?
Yes, I would say, yeah. Because even my mom, well, let's consider the ladies. You know, I mean, I have my friends and stuff, and then they always baby me, like, you know, like, hey, you know, like, just have me in, and like, and then she was like, I'm fine, like, you know, like, I could manage, I could handle myself, you know, and I guess too, because I don't like to be pitied, like, people feel pity for me, and I'm perfectly fine. It's just a condition I live with. It's just that
How do you know that people feel pity for you?
I feel like, especially when I'm out with them, they always want to help me to walk, get around. I mean, I guess they're just being...
That's not pity. That's
I
showing
feel
care.
like showing
They
care.
care for you. Yeah, that's not pity.
I feel
It
like
all depends on what our
baby.
definitions of pity is, you know? My definition of pity is when somebody looks at you and they think that you're feeble and you can't do anything, so their face automatically looks like they're really sad and they can't even look at you in your eyes because you know? That's my definition of pity. But for what you've just said to me, I think that response is one of people care for you and they want to make sure that you're okay, so they want to help you.
But I feel like I'm a burden on them because they always want to make sure I'm fine. Like, I don't know. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm an extra burden to people when I'm around. That's how I see it.
Well, I hope you don't think that way from your parents and your family, because I know that their life would not be the same without you.
It's true.
So please don't. Life is really, really precious, and we never know when we're going to be taken from this life. We have heard of young people, you know, who seem healthy, and then all of a sudden we hear that they've passed, and you think, but they were okay. So never ever think of yourself as a burden. Think of yourself as someone who has enriched the lives of people who love you. Because, you know, in life, it's inevitable. We're all going to have to go. We just don't know when our time is. Most of us, we don't know.
True.
You know? And so I always say, and I say this because I have lots of family who aren't well, and also people who are well, but they're old. And I know that they're going to be taken away from me. So I start to think about the good times and the good memories. And if you start thinking of yourself as being a burden, you're going to prevent yourself from giving your mom and the people who love you the good memories, more good memories than you already have given them. Yeah?
Thanks.
Okay, let's go back to the ladies. So, are you presently in a relationship?
I'm not.
Okay, is that by choice?
Yeah, it is actually. I believe at this point in my life that I need someone that would help bring me forward. You know, and I think I'm a bit picky when it comes to that. You know, I look for certain qualities and that I wouldn't settle for less.
Why not? I agree with you. I agree with you. But at the same time, don't ask for too much because, you know, no one's perfect. And I say this because, especially for the ladies, they have this big list of what a man must have and so on, you know? And then when they look at that list, to be very fair and honest, if they said, okay, I want all this from a man, and they look at themselves, do they have what they want the man to have? You know? So when you're looking at your choices of women, just, you know, be realistic. Because to get all the key things, sometimes we need to compromise a little.
Yeah.
You know?
So I should probably make it announced right now, like I'm available.
It's your it's your space. It's your space. You know, I think you're a charming young man, and when I look at you, I just see someone who is coping with what they have, but loving their life and appreciative of the people who love you.
Yeah, despite all what I'm going through, I'm not preventing from holding me back on anything. You know, I'm enjoying life to the fullest. People would probably be amazed, like, hey, I didn't know this guy was going for all this, because I'm a DJ by profession.
Yes.
You know, so I go out, play parties and stuff like that. You know, I play on a radio station every Thursday, which is based up in the UK.
You know what? We're going to talk a little bit more about that when we come back from the break.
Sure.
And then we're going to actually speak to Jeannette, so stay with us.